Testing. Okay, no, I will just play whatever. Okay. Oh, what's going on here? Yay, Ben! Woohoo! Oh, you bought 100 bits. Oh, thank you, Ben. I'm so honored. I'm so honored. You are the first person to have ever bought bits from me because I just started being a Twitch affiliate right now. So thank you so much, Ben. I really appreciate that. We are going to clean Wallace and Gromit's moon vehicle here. That's what we're going to be doing. Thank you so much, Ben. Yes, thank you so much. Thank you for buying bits. I really appreciate it. You are the first. Ossington, do you have anything to say? There we go. See, you made my teddy bear happy. Let's mute my phone. There we go. So it looks like Wallace and Gromit were picnicking on the moon. 3 people. Yes, that's what I like to see. I'm now whoever the third person is, these are my first few minutes as a Twitch affiliate. Oh, wow. Oh yes, we're asking cybersecurity questions now. I was actually talking to an old GRC guy just before my stream here about, he was mentioning the 853. Honestly, let me just see here. He's a GRC guy that I was talking to. Yeah. Most of my familiarity is with this cybersecurity framework. So the NIST cybersecurity framework, they came out with like a version 2 a year or 2 ago, right? No, I think it was 3 years ago now. Version 2 came out. It was a year ago. Time flies. Yeah, I honestly haven't looked at the 853 much. Not the RMF. The CMF. So it's the CF, the cybersecurity framework that is used partly for incident response. So the different stages of how to deal with an incident, mainly. So it's the different stages of incident response where, like, for instance, there's an outer circle Let me. NIST Cybersecurity Framework. This isn't a violent or action-packed game, so I can easily just like stop it and look stuff up. Okay, no, they just published it. The CSF2. So it has like 5 functions, and so the outermost ring, yeah, so it's got these different steps. So one of them is identify, protect, detect, respond, recover. That one I'm talking about. I'm not really... Yeah, kind of. I think also the NIST has a recent responsible AI framework. I completely ignore that. I don't believe that responsible Gen AI is a thing. The AI overlay. Are you talking about my Twitch, or are you talking about something else? Are you talking about the NIST standard, or? That's a stain on the moon there. Oh, yeah, that's what you're talking about. Okay, yeah, that's dumb. And if anyone ever wanted to sub, I should do a whole marketing campaign for this. There's a September coming up soon, so Wallace and Gromit are on the moon, and we are cleaning their moon vehicle. Thank you so much. I am going to cry right now. Thank you so much. I'm super appreciative. You've really made my day. So how have you been doing today, Ben? How have you been surviving this hell world? Did you know this episode made the amount of Wensleydale sales increase dramatically, saving them from bankruptcy? No. Oh, okay, that's the animation studio behind Wallace and Gromit, right? You're making a giant pot of chili. Very good. No. I imagine Wallace and Gromit is this animation studio's #1 brand, right? Oh, okay. I should really watch some Wallace and Gromit so I can understand the lore being mentioned a little better. I did some more of the Wallace and Gromit DLC section of PowerWash Simulator here. I am definitely going to stream the other Wallace and Gromit DLC components again, replay them for you guys. But I should actually watch some Wallace and Gromit. I also have the Back to the Future DLC, which is very interesting. I'll play it again. I haven't gotten the SpongeBob. I have the Tomb Raider DLC. The Tomb Raider DLC is really interesting. I had the Final Fantasy VII Midgard DLC as well. Aardman Studios is a company. Okay. Yeah, I obviously need to watch some Wallace and Gromit so I can get these references a little better. I will do that. Okay, we got another stain on the moon here. Don't mind me, I'm just cleaning the surface of the moon. I wonder what washed moon cheese tastes like. You'd have to be pretty adventurous to give it a try, you know? There's other levels here in the Wallace and Gromit DLC, like all of Wallace's wacky inventions, and you get to go into like Gromit's doghouse and all that kind of stuff. It's quite interesting. I will play those levels again here. I think in the main campaign, not the Wallace and Gromit DLC, but the main campaign, I think my favorite levels are the treehouse, believe it or not, and the subway. Oh wow! Yes, yes, yes! You've gifted subs to people. You gifted a sub to Jay Schizoid. I hope he appreciates that. Oh my god, your generosity is just incredible today. Thank you very much, Ben. I'm going to make a highlight out of me telling you how much I appreciate you. That's how much I appreciate you. My teddy bear just sits there, just quiet. Aren't you going to say something? Aren't you going to say something, Oz? Oz, wake up. That's what you got to say to Ben. Okay. I'm going to fix some of these things here. I don't want to be an echo. So Wallace and Gromit do some pretty, yeah, no problem. I am starting to do business with a guy with a GRC solution, so I need to brush up on a lot of these things again. It's such an interesting coincidence that I was in a business meeting with a GRC guy just before I started the stream. So that's just an amazing coincidence here. I think the name of his business is like Cybrilliance. Look at those stars, eh? imagine claymation must be very time-consuming and tedious. Is he trying to get an authorized through a regulatory board of any kind? The GRC guy I was talking to? No, I don't think so. I think he more like works kind of like as a consultant with a solution to make sure like your network settings, like if your enterprise computer network is compliant with like various like data privacy and other cybersecurity related regulations. Like some of the industry regulations are like HIPAA, Sarbanes-Oxley, and then there are there are broad government regulations like the GDPR and stuff like that I've written a ton about. I am quite cynical about the GDPR now. It seems like the main effect of the GDPR has been web browser cookie pop-ups. But it does seem at least, you know, a lot of these things that Elon Musk wants to do, and a lot of these things that Microsoft wants to do these days, is not legal in Europe because of privacy violations. So there's that at least. FISMA is your favorite. Okay, so which particular, I will admit my ignorance here, which particular industry or jurisdiction does FISMA apply to? Yeah, the EU's got fairly robust privacy laws at least. Now, enforcement is a whole other thing. I'd like to believe that organizations are compliant with the data breach reporting, because when I first heard about it in 2018, there's Gromit's Food Bowl. When I first heard about it in 2018, that enterprises that discover a data breach have to report it within 72 hours, that was like music to my ears. Because the rough equivalent here in Canada, I think it's called PPEDA, it does not specify a time period. Like, it is so vague that it's meaningless, basically. It covers any information systems that process, federal, as in like American federal government, right? Okay. Yeah, some of these regulations lack teeth. Like, PPEDA in Canada seriously lacks teeth. There's like, I looked at the law directly once when I had to research for something. There's a vague notion of having to report discovered data breaches, but there's no like time period given or anything like that other than like within a reasonable span of time. Well, in the courts and in practice in organizations, that can be interpreted quite dramatically to whichever entity's best interests. Yeah, talk cybersecurity regulations to me, baby. Do you have any opinions about any of these Okay, is the stream schedule window covering up the game screen here? I want to know. Oh yeah, you can close it, right? Yeah. I gotta like configure that. I've got all kinds of plugins here that I'm trying to set up now to honestly increase viewer engagement. And I gotta work on configuring them properly. I'm becoming a serious professional Twitch streamer, at least I'm working on it. And, Ben, you have been very important in starting that process for me, so I am super appreciative. Thank you. might as well clean that bladder really thoroughly. I could frame myself in the camera window better. Yeah, I appreciate your advice. Anything. It's so weird because I gotta like get the bear on there. That's kind of like our gimmick, like our differentiating factor. Oz, do you have anything to say to Ben? Thank you. Ossington, you don't have to like walk right up to the camera. Okay. My bear. So yeah, I'm a little to the side, partly so that Ossington is visible, but I can like experiment with like different camera angles and stuff like that and see what works. Oh, I could choose cleaning liquids. Yeah, I'll try a multi. Yeah, let's get the soap going. Oh yeah, get some soap action. Can you see my whole face in there? Now when I'm like sitting upright? It's tricky. We gotta find a way to get like me and the bear both in there. Cause that's my gimmick is that I have a sentient teddy bear. You know? If Wallace can have like a smart dog, Gromit, right? Then I can have a sentient teddy bear, right? Ossington?
Hey, humans.
There we go. Okay, we'll try a different. There we go. Oh yeah, I'm a little out of frame there. If I maybe adjust the camera a little bit. Let's see here. How do I get... Oh, there's a ticking sound. I wonder what that ticking sound is. Okay. Get... No. No, let's see if I can get like maybe a better cleaner here. Oh, I can't buy any of them. Okay. Oh well, this soap seems to help a little bit. Okay, good. So my face position is good. I just had to like... Can you see the bear? Can you see the bear or just me? Okay, good. We're set, Oz. That's my gimmick. That's my differentiating factor, having a sentient teddy bear. I might be in Aftermath, the video game blog soon, and that will also boost a lot of viewership, hopefully, to this Twitch channel. Yes, the crow makeup. Yeah, I'm wearing black lipstick right now. Yeah. Anything to differentiate myself from all the other streamers. So, yeah, let's move that ladder. Hold on, maybe I should make sure this area under here is clean first. Come on. Oh, I like that sound. It's very soothing. Oh, we got another stain here. Change the soap. No, we're out of soap. Wood cleaner. Aww, thank you for the hearts. I appreciate it. I'm going to set up my own custom emotes very soon. Probably in time for the Sunday stream at noon. I'll set up my own custom emotes for you folks. I just became a Twitch affiliate, just hours ago. So I had to give Twitch a bunch of my financial information and fill out tax forms for them and stuff. So now Twitch has a lot of sensitive financial information on me that they didn't have before. So they can send money directly to my bank account, all $10 a month of it. Which is a fortune compared to what most recording artists on Spotify get. So thank you, Twitch. Okay, did we get that whole area? No, we should still probably clean this area here, which I didn't clean properly because the scaffolding was on top. Okay. We're on the moon. You would think that I would have a little less gravity jumping up and down being on the moon. But what do I know? I really appreciate your encouragement. Thank you a lot, Ben. There we go. That whole area is clean. That is clean. We'll clean over here. This is very relaxing. We're 48% done now. Oh, we still got some muck underneath here to take care of. Okay. Oh, Wallace, is that you? I thought I heard something. Okay. Oh, this is fascinating. They got a whole. Well, we'll focus on the exterior first, and then we'll go into this fascinating inside of the spacecraft area. Gotta position the scaffolding. So there we go. Okay. Ding. 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 Wow, Wallace and Gromit are such sciencey people. They got all these inventions in their basement. They got this spaceship flying to the moon. The rocket ship needs a tushy. Okay, that's a scientific term. Wallace invented a machine to dress him in the morning and make toast with jam. I think I've seen that machine in one of the other DLC here, yeah. He's an inventor. Okay. Move that ladder. So you're quite familiar with Wallace and Gromit. I should be watching more of it so I can get all these references. Yes, that's a very NASA approved way of getting out of a spaceship is to have a long wooden ladder. That makes perfect sense. Although I'm sure Britain has their own space agency that's less prestigious than NASA, although Trump's probably getting rid of NASA now. You didn't like the were-rabbit a whole lot, but it was fun as hell. Well, you know what, Ben? Since you're such a big Wallace and Gromit fan, even if this is the last section of the Wallace and Gromit DLC, I will play the first section of it again for you. Because you seem to really be into all this stuff. So I aim to please, especially considering all the subs that you bought. Okay, let's get the scaffolding over here. Where did I put it? There we go. No, we need to move that ladder away. Okay, can I get this scaffolding a little closer? Let's see. There we go. Good. Ah, I missed a spot. I might want to like jump off the scaffolding and onto the rocket itself to get a better. I think. Oh, I missed it. I'll try and get a little higher and get on that ledge. There is no fall damage in this game whatsoever. None. No fall damage. Okay. There we go. We're on the ledge just as I wanted. Oh, cool. Look at that. You have been great so far, Ben. I really appreciate it. I appreciate you. My teddy bear does too, but we've been streaming for like another 4 hours earlier today, and I think the bear's a little sleepy right now. You're awake, right? Yeah, you're just kind of dozed out. If he was a house cat, he would be walking all over my keyboard right now. What would Gromit be doing, Ben? If Gromit was my partner here, what would he be doing while I'm Twitch streaming? Gromit would be knitting. Yeah, that makes sense. I saw like a knitting machine in their basement. That's one of the levels. So Wallace is a professional scientist of multiple scientific disciplines, I presume? There we go. Ding. Ah, There's no fall damage in this game. It's great. Okay. I'll move this ladder here. I've given up on the scaffolding, I think, because there's not enough surfaces around here that the game will let me put the scaffolding on. Okay, we'll move this ladder again. Oh, can't we move the scaffolding a little? Come on. Yes, come on. There we go. Okay. There we go. Making a lot of progress here. Oh, there's the top of the rocket. Crumbs, the rocket's knee deep in them, all in that in-flight cracker eating. Reckon we should get Wash Lad to hose down the inside of the rocket, old pal? No, I'll clean it. Don't worry, Wallace. Good to know. Oh, I can jump on top of the rocket now. Much more convenient. Did you know that the word grommet refers to a ring of metal laces that might go through a workbook boot? Or it could be metal rings in your shower curtain that help it to fasten it to your rod. Doesn't have to be metal, any protective ring to allow a cable or wire to go through that protects the material around it. That's really, yeah, I think I've heard that term before. Maybe that's how Wallace thinks of grommet, as a protective ring. Is there a secondary meaning of the word Wallace? Wallace means Welshman. Oh yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense now that I think about it. I gotta get more in touch with my English roots. My dad was an Englishman and he was born within the sound of Bow Bells, so that makes him a Cockney, right? And he grew up in Rumford, Havering, East London, right? So, and he immigrated to Canada when he was a little bit younger than me. When he was like in his mid-30s, he immigrated to Canada. And that's why I've got like a Canadian accent and all that stuff. But I learned a little bit about England from my dad and my grandmother. They used to like get me like Beano annuals. And my dad also used to put HP fruity sauce on everything. My grandmother had a London Underground tea towel, and she also had when I was a kid, she had a ton of really tacky Charles and Diana wedding merchandise. I think every little old English woman in the early 1980s had a ton of tacky Charles and Diana wedding souvenirs. Oh, that's monarchism for you. You had the Lady Di Beanie. Your mom had the Lady Di Beanie Baby. Yeah, that is memories of 1997. I'm gonna be called blasphemous for saying this, but I don't think "Candle in the Wind" is Elton John's best song. I think my favorite Elton John song is probably "I'm Still Standing." Or I was listening to "Victim of Love" a lot recently in the wake of my partner Jay Schizoid on Twitch breaking up with me. So he broke up with me, but he got a gift subscription, and he follows my channel and he tunes in. So it's not that nasty of a breakup, I guess. I don't know. My heart is still a little tender, but my ex Jay Schizoid, you can look him up on Twitch. He attended my afternoon Twitch stream, which is interesting. I'm gonna post that as a highlight soon. I'll call it friendly chat with my ex. Would be great. Thank you. No, I'm being completely sincere here. Thank you for getting my ex a gift subscription. That kind of makes him feel like he should be showing up here more often. You know, I didn't want to never see him ever again. I like that he is using Twitch as a way to hang out with me in a way that's more casual than our 7-year relationship. So I honestly really appreciate that. Because I'm not ready to let go of him, never see him ever again. I like that he tunes into my Twitch stuff. You take me to the pilot. No, you don't have control, right? It just gives it to random subscribers. But I am glad that he got one of those subscriptions, honestly, because I want him to at least be my friend. And him having that subscription encourages him to keep a Twitch relationship with me, I guess. This is romance and breaking up in the 21st century, eh? We don't have any kids together. He still has one of my things. I gotta go pick it up from his place. I'm gonna look for other guys and start dating them, hopefully, but I want at least Jay to be my friend still. No, it's 7 years, right? We didn't have kids or anything like that. I'm glad, because that at no point in my life have I been in a situation where I could handle being a mom. And now despite my looks, I'm 41, so it's getting a bit late for me to consider having kids now, so that's fine. We are a generation that has produced a lot less kids than previous generations have. And if the older people and the politicians complain about that, we'll be like, you did not make having children accessible or affordable. You know, in the 90s when we were youth, you said, you should not be having any kids you can't afford to raise. And we said, okay, no problem. In the 90s and the 2000 aughts, we promised our baby boomer parents that we would not have any kids that we couldn't afford to raise. And then we became middle-aged, and then our parents were like, why didn't you give us grandchildren? And I said, well, you told us not to have children that we couldn't afford to raise. And now conservative politicians, no, do not, yeah, I hope he, yeah, exactly. He's like, okay, I've got to give subscription now. I got to hang out and be friends with my ex. It was not, I've had abusive relationships. It was not an abusive relationship. It was the kind of relationship where very brokenhearted, but there was nothing that went on in our relationship that would make it difficult for us to be friends once our hearts have healed a little bit. I've had other relationships, like in my 20s, that were legit abusive. And yeah, you definitely can't be friends with, I'm sure a lot of foolish people try to be friends with an abusive ex. But yeah, relationships are complicated. Yeah, I'm gonna make a highlight about that when my ex tuned in earlier today. I'm even gonna like title it accordingly, like Kim's ex drops in for a friendly chat. Kim's ex encourages her video game playing. Isn't that sweet? They should start making Hallmark cards about that stuff. My heart is broken, but let's stay friends. Please come to my Twitch stream. That's 21st century Hallmark cards. Oh, look, they got like wallpaper decoration. Another 30 minutes till chili time. So if it's taking you this long, you are probably making it from the dry beans then. That's really cool. I have a crock pot that is really good for making chili. Are you using a crock pot or do you use like a big saucepan to make your chili? I need to, there we go. We're almost done cleaning this thing here. Okay, I'm gonna move the ladder. The scaffolding has not been very useful, but I will move the ladder. Oh, maybe I'll move this, maybe I'll be able to use the scaffolding. Let's see here. This is annoying. I'm gonna have to put on my extension. There we go. The ladder and the door. Maybe if I get up here, it'll be a little less obstructing me. There we go. Oh, I've got to focus on that door. There we go. What bits we can get over here. I like the kind of, kind of looks like a band-aid, that cross hatching raised thing there. Ding. Okay, let's go into the rocket now. Oh, wait, there's the door there. Side of the door. There we go, okay. Now let's go into the rocket. All right. Yes, gotta have a nice homely carpet and furniture inside the rocket, of course. English kitsch everywhere. That's the moon cheese, right? One last wedge of red Leicester and we'll be homeward bound, Gromit. By Eck, I love our shopping sprees. Yay, we got 3 people. Hi, third person. Look at all these gizmos he has. Move that stool. Oh, where have they been going? Blackpool, Beaconsfield, Bognor, and the moon. What they got here. Electronics for dogs, picnic guide A to Z, brave new suds, holidays 2, travel 2, cheese holidays, holidays, a tale of two nozzles, travel, ideal breaks. Interesting to have Oh, look at that. Look at that picture. Aw. Electronics for dogs. I'd love to read that. A little stronger spray, maybe longer extension. There we go. Almost done the ceiling here. 96% now. Okay. There we go. I got a lot of spots here still. There we go. Almost done here. Underneath here. There we go. Making a lot of progress here. Ding. Ding. I'm sure pouring water all over electronics like this is perfectly safe. Okay, we need a little more intense nozzle here. There we go, making some more progress. There we go. Okay, we're almost done this here. 99%, we're at 99% now. Okay, we still got some sections here. Okay, and here. Ding. 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 Okay. Ding. Try here. Is it true that Wallace has a sled called Rosebud? Because in the section with his basement, there was a sled called Rosebud in it. Okay, we got that covered. That, oh, we got to get this table area here. There we go. Got that taken care of. No, I still gotta clean some of these books here. In real life, this would be damaging the books. Get over here. Maybe if I get on here, no, maybe I gotta do it like this. There we go, do it with the lampshade like that. There we go. Let me get that part of the table. There we go. Okay, we'll get the corner of this table here. Get some more. There we go. What else am I missing? Over here. There we go. Camera. There we go. On top of this. There we go. Looking for any spots I may have missed. Oh, over here. Yeah, that's true about the sled. So there was a Wallace and Gromit episode where Wallace also had a sled called Rosebud. Yeah. So do you use a crock pot to make your chili, Ben, or did you use like a big saucepan? Okay. That's how my Cockney father used to pronounce it, saucepan. Okay. So we are looking around here and okay. I think we got, nope. We got there. Anything else in the... Oh, we got window decorations. Okay. Oh, oh, there's still some pinks. There's still some spots on the bookshelf. You have to be so meticulous. There we go. Okay. Let's see what else we missed. Cooker Ariel. I see. Yes, that makes sense. Okay. Maybe we need a longer extension. There we go. No? Okay, did we do the 95%? Get these bottom parts. You sometimes use a pressure cooker, but wasn't necessarily the time. %. There we go. Okay. Cooker base. Okay. Cooker wheels. Picnic basket. Yeah, it's perfectly normal to have a picnic on the moon like this. I don't know what they do about oxygen, but oh well. Okay, what else we got here? Picnic bowl. Oh yeah, Gromit's picnic bowl. Oh no, okay. Picnic teacup. Oh, these are the picnic bowls, right. Okay. Rocket body nose cap. Ooh, this is where we need the scaffolding again. Rocket body nose. There we go. There's the nose cap. Rocket control headphones. And I gotta go back into the rocket. Okay. Rocket control pot plant. Yeah, post it on Blue Sky. I will share it, I promise. When I find it, if I find it. Okay. Rocket fins. Go back out here. Rocket interior lamp. Oh, I missed something on here. Ah. Rocket interior mug. Rocket interior paintings. I didn't clean that one properly. Oh, I forgot that whole side there. Rocket interior racket. Rocket racket. Rocket ladder. Rocket interior shovel. Rocket interior skirting. Where are you, rocket interior skirting? There we go. We just got a few more things now. ladder. Rocket lower body panels. Rocket upper body. Okay, let's try the scaffolding. Rocket upper body. Okay, it's somewhere along this part here. Okay. Come on. Let me change the color here. Maybe green. There we go. There we go. We did it, folks. Okay, thank you very much, Ben. Okay, I'm gonna put this on washroom break. Yeah, it's all the Wallace and Gromit levels. I'm gonna put it on bathroom break. I'll just play whatever. Oh, got little footsteps here. Oh! Something happened. Oh, I got a new follower. Hey, Afra. Thank you for being a new follower. I appreciate that. second person here. Hello. Don't mind me, I'm just eating Oreo. You got something to say, Ossington?
I like you.
Oh, see, he likes you. We're cleaning the caterpillar's cottage, I think. Caterpillar footsteps here. walkway clean. Caterpillar's house. See, isn't that trippy? Isn't this soothing? Do you find this relaxing? Oh, I'm alone again. Oh, look at that Cheshire. Oh, it's a Cheshire cat. Cheshire cat.